Power up, Alpharetta. With your hosts, Lauren and Ashley. AHS TV presents The Morning Show.
Power up, Alpharetta. I'm Lauren Adamovich, and I'll be your host for this portion of the morning show. Congratulations to these students who have been recognized by the Rotary Club for their Laws of Life essays. 9th grade winner, Siba Sayab. Honorable mentions, Mallory Roston, Victoria Pessoa, Catherine Williams, Shabham Badachaka. 10th grade honorable mentions, Benham Falahi. 11th grade honorable mentions, Rama Dadam. 12th grade winner, Scott Lung. Honorable mentions, Natalie Knuckles, Dallas Mahan, Keenan Fenton, Sandy Shadowski, and Ruby Smith. Raiders, the talent show is back. Pick up an application from the front office and turn it in to room 2210. Auditions are March 26th. The beat is just around the corner, and no, you cannot stop it. The Broadway and motion picture musical Hairspray is opening on our Alpharetta High campus today, March 14th. Hairspray is a musical spoof of one plump teenager, Tracy Turnblad, whose desire to audition for a 60s teen music show transforms her into a crusader of civil rights. Performances will be March 14th, 15th, and 16th at 7 p.m. and the next week on Saturday, March 23rd at 7 p.m. and Sunday, March 24th at 3 p.m. Tickets can be purchased at lunch and online.
I'm Laura Anderson, and I'm here with Brittany Camson. Brittany, can you tell us about the show?
The show is going to be awesome. It's Hairspray, the Broadway hit musical, and the movie version with Zac Efron. And it has a lot of awesome people in this cast, including me.
Can you tell us why we should come see the play?
Well, first of all, we all have really good breath.
And we're all very attractive. I probably shouldn't have said that.
And you will love it.
It's kind of hard to watch this life go by. I'm buying into skeptics mess with.
What's up, Alpharetta? I'm Thomas Miason, and I'm here with What Happens Next. We'll be back later in the show to see the results. Alpharetta, can you guess what happens next? Check out the rest of this clip to see if you're right.
I'm Annie Dye, and I'm Art Student of the Week. I think sculpture is my favorite type of art just because it's just like more fun to build things than like drawing where you just like sketch things out. Like my cardboard people all have bulimia, which is a mental disorder. I have a fat person who's obese because he goes on binges, I guess. If someone was interested in joining an art class, I'd tell them to definitely go for it. Intro is never really fun, it's a struggle, but once you get into like more advanced art classes, it's a lot more fun.
That will be mine one day. What is it? I'm pretty sure it's a Lambo, dude. Oh, he wrecked. Oh!
Were you able to guess what happened next? If you have any funny videos, feel free to email them to ahsmorningshow@gmail.com.
Today is the last day to stop by the table by the cafeteria entrance and purchase truffles during 4A lunch. They only cost $1, and you will be helping out some of your fellow classmates with a business project that they are working on. Last week, the AHS Students Against Destructive Decisions Club conducted their first seatbelt safety check of the semester. Here are the results. After taking data on 179 cars, they found that overall 74% of juniors and seniors were wearing their seatbelts while leaving the parking lot. Breaking it down by grades, 78% of juniors were wearing their seatbelts and 71% of seniors were wearing their seatbelts. Students, remember it is important to buckle up. Stick around, Raiders, and we'll be right back after your favorite segments.
People who pretend they have Irish accents when they really don't.
Everybody wears different shades of green. Like, come on, just pick one color. Like, it's not that hard.
When you're wearing green and then they don't see it, but they still pinch you.
I keep getting called a leprechaun because of my beard.
I don't have anything green to wear. When people pinch me.
In kindergarten, they would dye the toilet water green and they'd mess up the classroom and they'd scare me so bad that I'd start crying.
In second grade, our teacher used to flip the desk over and tell us that a leprechaun came.
Hey Alpharetta, I just wanted to ask Brianna Spinuzzi a really big question. Will you please go to prom with me?
Hey Raiders, I'm Ashley Marshall, and I'll be your host for this week's portion of the morning show. If you're interested in running for student council representative or serving on the leadership team, you must enroll in the leadership class, which is only available during 4B. All students interested must see Mrs. Vayon in room 2210 as soon as possible. If you need service hours and are interested in film, you can film sports events for teams here at AHS to receive hours. Please email ahsmorningshow@gmail.com if you have any more questions.
Baseball, soccer, lacrosse. This is your Raider Sport Update.
Hey Raiders, I'm Nicole Finley, and here's your Raider Sports Update. Tuesday night, the guys soccer team took on West Forsyth in a hard-fought match. Let's take a look at some standout plays.
Check out this save by the Raider goalkeeper. West Forsyth scored first, putting them up 1-0.
But the Raiders did not back off. Check out this goal by Adrian Robertson that tied them 1-1.
Tonight, the boys lacrosse team will take on Johns Creek in a key region matchup. The game starts at 7:45, and we will need a big student section out there to cheer on the Raiders to victory. I'm Nicole Finley, and this has been your Raider Sports Update. Go Raiders!
This is 30 seconds. Try to keep up. World news. U.S. releases $250 million of aid to Egypt. Heavy snow claims 8 lives in northern Japan. North Korea threatens to cancel 1953 Korean War ceasefire. 86-year-old Queen Elizabeth II was released from the hospital where she was treated for the stomach flu. Hugo Chavez, the president of Venezuela, died of cancer. National news. Stock market reaches a record high as the economy rallies. 15,000 sharks swarm Florida beaches at the height of spring break. Locally, federal judge approves the removal of DeKalb School board members. This day in history, 1794, Eli Whitney patents the cotton gin. 1879, Albert Einstein was born.
You can now pick up the necessary forms to start the dual enrollment application process. The 10 steps of dual enrollment form, the dual enrollment commitment contract, and the dual enrollment transcript request form are all available on the tables outside of each counseling office. The application deadline is March 30th for all AHS and Fulton County students. Therefore, if you haven't taken the SAT or the ACT yet, you need to register for either the March SAT or the April ACT. Please see Ms. Itown in Counseling Suite 1320 if you have any more questions. The deadline for completing the Career Technology Youth Apprenticeship application is quickly approaching. Interested students must be rising seniors and must have taken 2 courses in Career Tech Pathway. Interested students are encouraged to speak to Mr. Kastenberg at room 1274. The deadline for completing an application is March 30th. Grad Bash seniors, please check the website for very important information regarding the Grad Bash trip. If you were a Governor's and Honors National finalist and attended the GHP summer program in 10th or 11th grade, please see Ms. Iton in Counseling Suite 1320 for information on how to order a GHP graduation cord.
Good morning, Raiders. I'm Mr. Chester, your school's testing coordinator, and I want to take a moment to brief you on next week's testing schedule. All juniors will be taking the high school graduation test in social studies on Tuesday, March 19th at 8:25. Juniors will report to your advisements first periods. Here is a list of advisement room testing assignments. The list will be placed throughout the school as a reminder. Be sure to report to your testing assignment on time. Everyone else will report to your regular first period class. If your normal first period class is a junior testing room, please follow the guide to your new room assignment. Teachers, please inform students of any class displacements prior to Tuesday. Seniors will be taking the ACT Work Keys assessment for the first time on Wednesday, March 20th. This is a mandatory test that will measure your work readiness index. Many employers are beginning to recognize and require this assessment for employment. This test is administered in 3 parts: reading for information, applied math, and locating information. Seniors will report to computer lab assignments grouped by your advisements next Wednesday. Here's a look at your testing schedule. Senior advisements 1 through 9 will report to your testing locations at 8:25. You will eat your regularly assigned lunch. Senior advisements 10 through 17 will report to your testing locations at 12:30 and must eat a lunch at 11:40 on this day. All students not testing during this time will report to your regular classes. Please be present and on time. Students with approved scheduling conflicts will receive individual notifications of their new testing assignment this week. If you receive a work keys testing pass, please ignore the posted schedule and adhere to your specific instructions. Please feel free to ask your teachers, administrators, and myself questions regarding next week's testing schedule.
Hey Raiders, I'm Joe Badip, and I'll be bringing you your SAT words for this week. Let's kick it off with kindle, which means to set on fire, to arouse, or to excite. Levity, which means lightness of weight, lack of seriousness. Extricate, which means to set free or disentangle. And rounding us off this week is exhaustive, which means leaving nothing out. That's all for this week. I've been your host, Joey Badip. Thanks for watching, and see you next time, Raiders.